Hello, friends, and welcome to my YouTube channel Simply Stocks. And today I'm going to talk about an interesting company, Amber Enterprises, which looks like a very good investment bet for the future and could be a chupa rustam for the future. So let's understand about the company and whether you should buy and at what levels you should buy. So let's get started. First of all, a disclaimer that this is not a stock recommendation. People taking any position into any share that I talk about should do that with their own due diligence and research. And I'm not in favor or against any company that I talk about. Now about Amber Enterprises, it was established in 1990 and they manufacture a number of consumer products. So they are a consumer product manufacturing company and which gets you can say orders from all across India and abroad on different consumer products by companies. So they are actually a contract manufacturing firm and they get orders from a number of brands. Their client include companies in the air condition segment, refrigerator segment, and the automobile or automotive segments, where they are producing products. In the automotive segments, they are making specialized machinery or automotive machinery for the companies. The market cap of the company is around 5,000 crores, so not a huge market cap, and it has nearly all the AC companies under its ambit. Along with that, they also manufacture ACs for metros, etc. And it is present in all across India and majorly in northern part of India. And currently, this whole sector is doing very well. There's another company, Dixon Technology, that is listed and has been doing pretty well over the last 4 to 5 months. They had a very good stellar quarter as well. So probably this is one sector which could do really well in the coming 2 3 years because of the demand of the kind of products that they are manufacturing. If you look at the financials of the company, it has been absolutely tremendous. A 90% sales growth for this quarter, that is December quarter, not the September, but the December quarter. And the profit has increased tremendously from a loss of 2.5 crore. Actually, this is the September quarter. So from a loss of 2.5 crores, the profit has come out to be of around 12.2 crore. The debt is very low, although the debt raise has increased to about 105 days, but the debt itself is extremely low and they are not paying dividend at the moment. That is a negative factor, but I believe that not all companies who do not pay dividends are good, are bad. So in this regard, Amber Enterprises is expanding its business, taking in new clients and spending money on that rather than paying dividend, which is good. The return on equity for the company is 10% and operating profit margin is 6%, which is not great, but the numbers are improving quarter on quarter, year on year. So if you look at the performance of the stock has performed well since its listing. So when the listing came in, it was subdued for a week or 10 days, but then it started moving up. And we have seen over the last couple of months, probably because of expectations in the budget that there will be some announcements, and also with the kind of numbers that Amber is producing, the stock is on a bull run of sorts. So from around 900 950 rupees, it has just shot up to around 1550 1600 rupees in no time. And contract manufacturing companies are currently in fashion, as I explained about Dixon Technology. And as they rope in more clients, so for example, Dixon has roped in something like Xiaomi for televisions, now Samsung for televisions, LEDs, etc. Similarly, Amber Enterprises have roped in other AC companies. So virtually, they have all the AC manufacturing companies under its ambit currently, and are expanding into other domains as well, in which they are trying to get into government orders of ACs for metro, which they already have, but procuring even more than ACs for other you can say IRCTC businesses, where there are Rajdhani and Shatabdi Express and other you could say high level or esteemed trains that are being run by our IRCTC. So there is a lot of scope for this business to expand, and this is where investors are very bullish on both the companies, because both of them do not interfere with each other's business and they are not quite direct competitors, although being in the same industry. And if you look at the valuations of Amber Enterprises, it is not that expensive as a Dixon. So in that there could be a valuation gap that is trying to be filled, and that's why heavy buying is coming in. So I believe this section of contract manufacturing, similar to pharmaceuticals as it did between 2011 till 2015-16, we could see a similar run of 4 or 5 years in contract manufacturing in something like in electronic products. So because the government is also coming up with many incentives for this sector, and that could also benefit the companies altogether with lower taxes, etc. So consistent growth of the company, and probably not paying dividend is a negative part at the moment, but if they expand well and do the due diligence while acquiring other companies and getting businesses from other clients, probably they'll do well over the next 3 to 4 years. So why a buy on decline, in my opinion? And you should buy on declines because the stock has already run up appreciably over the last 1 month itself, from around 1200 to 1600 rupees. So 30% move, 35% move in no time has taken place in Amber Enterprises. First of all, low market cap for such a business. The business is extremely vast and there's a lot of moat and potential in the business. So at the moment you're buying, you could say you can buy both the contract manufacturing companies for around 9,000 crores. So you'll buy all the businesses and you will get businesses of all the consumer electronics, from phones to LEDs to lighting, to ACs, etc., geysers, heaters, so on so forth, the cameras, set top boxes, and you name it. So the market cap is extremely low, and we could see a surge in market cap. People will say that as the company is doing sales of around say 4,000, 5,000 crore, the company cannot be rated at 5,000 crore. So if you even look at market cap to sales ratio for Amber Enterprises, it is around 1.5 times, which is absolutely ridiculously cheaply priced. It should be at least 4 to 5 times. The future growth looks extremely imminent. Currently, the economy of India is not that great, so the sales are not quite at the peak level. So once the economy recovers, people have more money to spend, and probably there is a tax cut in the income tax rate. So from the government today, in the budget, we could see a real spur over the next 1.5 years in the numbers of all the consumer companies, Amber included. They boast of major AC and automotive brands. They are not into a business where they have second run or third run companies with them. They boast of the major brands in AC manufacturing. So you could see a real surge in the stock price in the next 6 months, and this could even get bigger. So this is a very big consumption play, a sector that is not quite looked at so far. So it is slightly ignored for the moment, except for the last 2 3 months. So one can look at it, and we could see a real move in the next couple of years. The debt is extremely low, and in terms of institutional holding, institution and promoter holding combined is around 90 91%, whereas only 9% free float is with the retail investors, which is extremely good. That shows the kind of strength in terms of the stocks that the people hold. So you could not have a situation where there is absolutely catapulsion with the stock price if the numbers turns bad, unless something really bad happens on the corporate governance front. So what needs to be done? You can buy on major declines and keep track of numbers. So probably a 10 15% decline from these levels would be a good level to buy. So you could buy it at around 1400 1350 or so, if it comes down to, because the numbers are improving extremely fast. Have a good 5 7 year time frame and it can become a multi-bagger for sure. You can easily say a 5,000 crore company become a 20 25,000 crore company over the next 5 7 years. Have less than 5% of your portfolio. So this was my video on Amber Enterprises. Please like and subscribe my channel, hit the bell icon so you can get my video straight away. Thanks a lot for watching.